Everyone, thank you very much for clicking and for watching the video. Welcome to the new free game collection. This week, quite a nice little stack of games. As you can see here, I've got no hardware whatsoever. It's pretty much all from the car boot, but I have got quite a nice find on Facebook Marketplace, which is rare, isn't it? And I'm going to actually save that till last because that's actually the best thing that I picked up this week, which is even more rare when you're comparing it to what I usually get at a car boot. So let's crack on with it, shall we? And I'll show you what I picked up. First thing, bit of a dud, but I was quite surprised at. Paid £1 for this. It's Luther seasons 1 to 3. Fantastic series if you haven't seen it, but I'm sure most of you have. But absolutely brilliant. Paid £1 for this, and I thought to myself, do you know what? That's got to be worth a couple quid because I've never seen a Luther box set, and it is a very beloved series. No, it's like a 10p one, so that's a bit of a dud. It won't be going to CEX for that reason. However, I'm a bit dubious about trying to resell it on myself because I don't really want to be taking DVDs to the convention I intend on going to sell, because I'm not quite sure whether there'll be much of a market for them. But at the same time, I'm not just giving that away for 10p. But I need to have a little think on that one. But paid £1 for it. Not a great pickup whatsoever, but a fantastic series nonetheless. Right, all of these are games from the car boot this weekend. So this first one, £2 each I paid for these. He wanted three, £3 each. I said, if I bought two, would you do £2 each? He said yes. First one is Nintendogs. This is the Dachshund and Friends. Already got this one in my collection, so I won't be keeping hold of it. It's the Labrador one, which is very rare. This one is a little uncommon, but certainly not hard to come across. I think there's a Dalmatian one, which is a little harder. Is there a Chihuahua one on the 3DS? I haven't got that one yet. But this is cracking for £2. I'll be taking this to sell on myself. So yeah, the Dachshund Nintendogs, absolutely fantastic. This one, Asterix at the Olympic Games. Can I be honest? I don't really know anything at all about Asterix. I know it's quite beloved by a few people, but I never watched it growing up, so I don't know what channel it was on. I don't know how I missed it, but there's a lot of Asterix games, and a lot of people are really fondly thought of. The series is very fondly thought of, so I'm not quite sure how I missed that. But anyway, £2 for this. Asterix at the Olympic Games. I know nothing about Asterix. I know even less about this game. I assume it's a load of mini games because it says Olympic Games, but it's in lovely condition. I don't want to be adding that to my collection. I don't have it, but I don't want it, so I'll be moving that one on to sell. This next one, this is interesting because this is something which is now the new way we do the free game collection. That's opened up purchases like this. Arkham Asylum, Assassin's Creed, the first one, and Assassin's Creed Revelations on the PS3. So I paid £1 for those three, so I'll put 33p on the side to remind me what I paid for them. Usually I want to pick these up before, because these are like a penny game, 10p games. They wouldn't have been worth picking up. However, now when I go to conventions and things, I have noticed quite a few people have like the £1 or the £2 boxes, and they're always getting raided. Now I know a lot of people won't care less about games like this, especially if you've been collecting for a while, but everyone starts collecting at a different point, don't they? So if you've just decided to start collecting PS3 games, having a little £1 tray, £2 tray could be really enticing, and it must be, because they're always being raided when I see them. So games like this could be fantastic for that sort of sell on, because I mean £1 each, if you pay £1 for the three and I get £1 each for those, fantastic. But what I need to be careful of, because I did notice this, he had a couple games, but some of them, he wanted three for £1 on all of them, but I really stopped and thought, oh, I don't even think I'd sell those for £1. Whereas those three, they're quite iconic titles, aren't they? Especially Arkham Asylum. That's got to be worth £1 all day, hasn't it? So opened up a new opportunity for me to find things at charity shops and car boots doing it this way as well. So that's fantastic. So £1 for those three. We will see how we go with that £1, £2 tray theory. This one, again, very similar. Paid £1 for it. It's Time Splitters 2. Absolutely fantastic game. I mean, it's got £3 on the old CX sticker, but I thought it went for a little bit more these days. It doesn't, to be honest, but it's a fantastic game. Unfortunately, like I said the other week, I've had to put a red dot on it because the disc is a little bit scratched, so I need to have a look at it and decide whether it's worth getting the disc fixed on it or not, but whenever it is I come to do that. But yeah, £1 for Time Splitters 2. Fantastic game. Good memories of it, but yeah, not going to get too much back for it. So this one, oh yeah, the guy wanted £3 each. I said, would you do me two? I said 2 for 4. He said no. He said 2 for 5. I said yes, but they're not bad. Red Dead, Undead Nightmare, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, Red Dead Undead Nightmare, decent game, decent game. I've played it, I never finished it, but it's because I started playing it the second I finished Red Dead, so I was a bit Red Deaded out. This I've also had to put a little red dot on. Disc is okay, it works fine, obviously, as does Time Splitters, but yeah, it's a little tiny bit scratched, that one, so I'll have to think about what it is we do that one. I may take that one to CEX, I'm not quite sure yet with that one. And then Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is a weird one, which again is something new that I've got to consider, because Call of Duty Black Ops, do people really buy Call of Duty when they go to gaming conventions and things? Because you can just get this game up and down the UK and CEXs, and you know, CEX give you quite a good return on this, and I think that CEX may actually give me a better return than what somebody would if I tried to sell it to them, or at least very similar. So the Call of Duty games, especially the Black Ops, I'm gonna have to do these, you know, as I pick them up, make decisions, but I may trade that one into CEX, because I can't imagine them being big sellers at these sort of things. So something else again for me to consider. There's a lot more consideration doing it this way. £3 for these two games: Assassin's Creed Rogue and Forza Horizon. Again, unfortunately, Forza Horizon a little bit scratched. I don't want to be selling scratch games to people. So great game though, but I'm going to put that one to the side. May go to CEX, I may keep it depending on what the ratio is they give me to whether it's worth fixing it myself. Assassin's Creed Rogue, haven't played this one to be completely honest. I think it came out around the same time as Black Flag. I think it's quite similar, but you're the you're the baddie, are you? Are you like a Templar person in this? You are now a fearless Templar. There you can see, I know the plot to Assassin's Creed. So yeah, £1.50. I think that'll be easy to move on. It's in good condition as well. Absolutely fantastic. Be taking that one to sell. This was a little bundle. Got confused when I was speaking to this guy. Either way, he wanted £2 a game. I thought he said £1 originally, but he then said £2 a game. In the end, he gave me 4 for £6. And they are right. First one, Cooking Mama World Kitchen 2. It's got a red dot on it, unfortunately. It's a little bit scratched. I've not seen this before, and I thought you might get a good return on that, which is why I've decided to pick that one up. Fortunately, you don't get much for it at all, but I've never seen it out and about before, which, yeah, it surprised me. But yeah, anyway, it's got a red dot. I'll just, again, decisions. Similar, Hello Kitty Seasons. Never ever seen this before. I mentioned it because I think one of the first games I picked up this year was Hello Kitty on the DS. I don't know anything about Hello Kitty at all. I don't really know what it is, but I'd never seen that game before. And I thought, you know what, that's got to be worth a few quid. It's not a penny game or anything, but it's not worth as much as I thought it would be. So it's in lovely condition though. Absolutely cracking condition, that one. So I think I'll be taking that one to sell on. Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. Similar idea in my head to the Call of Duty I just discussed. Do people really want to buy that when they're at conventions and things? It's readily available absolutely everywhere, especially car boots and charities. It's not hard to get hold of. So £1.50 essentially I've got into this, because £6 for the 4 games. I might give that to CEX. I might just let that one wash its face. I don't think that would be something many people would be looking to buy. Sonic Unleashed, however, a lot of Sonic fans out there. This is in cracking condition, so I'll definitely be taking this one to sell on. I've picked this game up on so many different consoles over the years. I'd love to know how many Sonic Unleashed games I've purchased. But yeah, that little bundle there for £6, not too bad. This was a game that there was a lady, and she had loads of Wii games, loads of fodder and a Wii, and she wanted to sell it as a bundle, and she wanted like 80-90 quid for this Wii bundle. I thought absolutely not, but there was one game in there. I thought, oh, I wish she'd just sell that. So I asked her, would you sell this game separate? She goes, oh, you can have it just for £1 if you want that game. Fantastic. Wii Party. This one, CEX charge an arm and a leg for this. It's a decent game. It's a good little party game, but what they're charging for it just seems way too high for me to ignore. So I think, again, this one might have to go into CEX, because I just can't. I think they want like, I paid £1 for it, if I didn't say that a second ago. They want like 25 quid for it. I don't know who's paying 25 quid for Wii Party, but I certainly couldn't think to ask someone to give me that sort of money for Wii Party. So I think that'll go to CEX. If anyone knows why CEX wants so much money for Wii Party, can you please put it in the comments? Is there something about that game I am missing? You know, why? Why is it 25 quid? This one, I've already picked this game up this year. It's Cars 3, Driven to Win on the Xbox One. I've already got it on the PS4 earlier in the year. It's sitting just over there. I don't need 2 copies of it, so one of them will be moving on. I paid £3 for this. Yeah, you get less for this one than you do for the PS4 copy. And to be honest, I'm only keeping it because my lad absolutely loves cars. And if I remember correctly, my wife told me I weren't allowed to get rid of it. So I actually think I might keep the Xbox One version because it's the console that's always set up. So if he ever wants to play it, it'll be easy for him. And I'll get more for the PS4 version. So I think I'll move that one on to try claw back a little bit of cash because I don't need the two. And again, are people going to be buying cars at a game convention? Oh, I don't really know. I'll make a judgment call on that one. I'll have a little bit of a thing. But £3, not too bad at all. So that was all the car boot. Lastly, so I was on Facebook Marketplace at like 9:30 at night, as we all do, scouring through. And something popped up and it said it'd been uploaded like 5 minutes ago. And it was a deal for some Switch games. So I messaged and said, is it still available, as you do? And he said, yes, it is. I said, where is your, kind of the postcode, see how far away you are. Sent me the postcode. And I said, can I have those, please? I'll pick those up off you. Assuming the next day, he goes, yeah, first come, first serve. I was like, by the time it was like 9:45. I was like, well, okay. He was like half hour away. So I messaged him and go, well, I mean, I don't want to impose, but I can come now if you want. He's like, there's another guy that's after him. First come, first serve. So I was like, okay, fine. Okay, you seem happy for me to come. I jumped in my car, I messaged him and said, I'm on my way now. He messaged back and said, okay, the other guy hasn't actually said he's on his way. So if he messages now, he hadn't asked for his postcode, I believe. If he messages now, I'll say you're already on your way to get him. So I rocked up at this guy's house at like 10:15, 10:30 at night, and got 5 Switch games off him for 30 quid. 30 quid's what he put up there. I weren't going to negotiate him down. Yeah, lovely guy. Just, yeah, in the dead of night buying Switch games out of some guy's house. Must have looked really dodgy for the neighbours. But £30 I paid for these. And so first one, Just Dance 2019. I can't imagine anyone's buying Just Dance 2019 really these days, especially not a gaming convention. So I'll be moving this one on CX, try claw back a little bit of that cash. That's an easy decision to make, that one. The next one, exactly the same, 1-2 Switch. I think this was a launch title with the Switch. Again, can't imagine this being something too high on people's wish list. So I think I'll take that into CX, try claw back a little bit of that 30 quid. Seems like the right thing to do. This one as well, I think I am going to trade it in. A bit of a harder decision, but Lego Worlds. Lego. Everyone loves Lego. Lego's fantastic, isn't it? But again, I've had a look. It's a very, very common game. It's in CEX, up and down the country, multiple copies of it. I've had a quick look on eBay and Vinted as well, and people don't want too much for it either. So I think CEX will give me pretty much what he's going for on eBay and things. So that one, I think going to CEX is the right decision instead of taking that with me to resell myself. So those three are going to try claw back a bit of cash. The real reason I jumped in my car and when I met this guy in the dead of night was because new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Mario Odyssey. Absolutely fantastic. So it was those two games and these for 30 quid. So I had to go get them because these games are like 30 odd quid on their own. Yeah, ever since I got the Switch, Mario Odyssey is a game I want to play because everyone told me I had to play it. So I picked up that little bundle. They are definitely staying with me this, and to be fair, I think they're the only two games that I actually want to keep this week. So no matter what happens, these will be making their way into my collection because my lad absolutely loves Mario at the minute. So absolutely fantastic. Keeping hold of these, those can move on and try claw a little bit of that cash back. But yeah, absolutely spot on. So really that 30 quid, we got 30 quid of the Facebook purchase plus all this that we bought at the car boot as well. So we have spent a little bit of money this week, but there's a couple games here that I'm thinking I should probably take to CX and try get some money back straight away because I don't think they'd be too successful at a gaming convention, which is what I'm going to sit and think about now. So yeah, I'm going to go to CX and I'll be back in a minute. And I am back from CEX, so let's go through how it's gone. First, how much have we spent? We have spent £55 in total. So let's take £55 away, quite a bit to be fair. Have we got any of the money back? We certainly have done. Firstly, I put 2 things up on Vinted this week, and they were both the Switch games from the Switch bundle. So 1-2 Switch, we got £10 for that one. And Just Dance 2019, we got £7 for that one. So that's an absolutely brilliant score. £17 on just those 2 games. Then we went to CX, we got another £5 for the Lego Worlds on the Switch, which is great. £7 for Cars 3. I took the PS4 version in, so I decided to swap that round and I've kept hold of the Xbox One version. just because you got a little bit more on the PS4, and I got a better chance of my lad playing it on the Xbox One, so it was quite an easy decision to make, to be fair. We've also got Wii Party, got £9, sorry, for that. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we got £1 for that. You know, it's one of those. I just can't see people buying it in a gaming market. And Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games got £2 for that. Again, I don't think it's the sort of thing you go to a market to pick up, so I thought I'd move them on. So we got back £41. So let's add £41 back on. So this new way of doing it, different to how we have in the past. Usually we'd have made sure we got that full £55 back, but we don't need to this time because we've got some games here that we're going to move on later on down the line. So no voucher again this week, to be fair. Like I said in the last episode, I'm just trying to focus on getting an understanding of how this stuff's going to work. Plus I've still got plenty of voucher for me to go and get anything if I want it. So no voucher this week. But let me go through what it is we're keeping to move on ourselves. So firstly, very quickly, we've got the Luther series 1, 2, 3. Absolutely fantastic. CEX don't give you hardly anything for it. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it can certainly just go to the side. Looking at the games, the stuff we're going to take. Time Splitters 2, fantastic game. That's got to be a £1 or £2 game to move on. Absolutely brilliant, great condition, lovely manual, fantastic. Happy to have that one. We've got, these are again a couple scratch games, something for us to consider. We've got Forza Horizon and Red Dead Undead Nightmare, two fantastic games. Just need to get them tidied up a little bit, and we'll be off to the races with those. So that's absolutely fantastic. They've got to, I mean, got to be what, anywhere between £5 and a £10 each, maybe a fiver for that one, something like that. So that's absolutely brilliant. Assassin's Creed Rogue, one of the more uncommon Assassin's Creed games to have, so that's absolutely brilliant. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, this is in really good condition, so do you know what, I thought I'll keep hold of this one just so I've got one. I may trade this in later down the line. I need to keep an eye and see what the pricing does for the Black Ops games, because again, like I said, I can't see many people getting these from gaming market, so it might be one to take to CEX a little later. You've got this little bundle that we picked up, haven't we? So these were the £3 for £1. Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed, and Batman Arkham Asylum. Again, maybe just £1 games to move on, but when you only pay £1 for 3, if you sell 3 for £1, you're tripling your money, aren't you? So that's a new thing for us to look out for, which is absolutely fantastic. Sonic Unleashed on the Wii, it's in lovely condition. I think there's a lot of Sonic fans out there, so I think that's a good one to keep hold of. Same again, Hello Kitty Seasons. I don't see this very often at all. It's not worth as much as I thought it was, but I should easily still be able to get £5 up for it, so that's absolutely brilliant. So Hello Kitty Seasons, glad to be moving that one on myself. Cooking Mama 2, World Kitchen, again, not a rare game, but it's not the most common one you see floating around. It's not too expensive. It is slightly scratched as well, so we need to have a little look on that one, but again, happy to be keeping that one to move on. And the two Nintendo DS games, Asterix at the Olympic Games and Nintendogs, again, happy to move these on. Got to be looking at least somewhere between £5 and £10 each for those. So that's a good little one to have to move on as well. So not a bad little stack at all to be taken to move on. We're a little bit short this week, obviously, but looking at that, that's going to be a very easy deficit to make up for when we actually look to move these on, which is absolutely fantastic. But even better than that, I mean, thinking about it technically, that difference, I'm keeping hold of these games, which is absolutely brilliant. Super Mario U Deluxe and Super Mario Odyssey on a Nintendo Switch. So really, you could look at it and just say how we've gone about it. I paid just over a tenner for these two games for my own collection, which is absolutely, well, it's just cheeky, isn't it, at the end of the day? That's absolutely brilliant. My lad, he's already having a little go on Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, bless him. His hands are a little bit small to be able to do it, bless his heart, but he enjoys it nonetheless. And I won't lie, I haven't yet to play this yet, because he keeps playing on this one. But absolutely brilliant. Fantastic, isn't it? So I'm well chuffed to be adding those to my own collection, and I've got this lovely stack to add to the pile that we're building to move on later down the line. So again, another week. It's a bit weird because it's the first time I've ever ended a video where I haven't got all the money back that I spent, but that's not the aim of the game anymore. I need to get into that mindset in my head and just say that this is the new way of doing it, and it is going to pay off better later down the line. Plus, like I say, there's still no risk, because if I just suddenly decide to go, do you know what, I'm not going to do it like that anymore, can't be arsed, I'm just going to trade it all in, I can just walk into CEX with that and get more than that deficit made up, can't I? So there's zero risk. So I always think another absolutely fantastic week. So yeah, really chuffed, really chuffed I am. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves.